Hello, student. Uh, Today we will start with international trading class. We have already have first time in school last week, and I hope to have a very good time with you for this semester with this subject. Because this subject is very practical subject which can use for your actual practical performance in the future once you graduated or in the middle of school. Okay, uh, the international trading is to learn the whole process of trading from finding customer to the shipment and payment and conclusion of the conflict between something happen between the customer and the sellers. Okay, so all of this procedure will be done within this master in this subject, but our emphasize most useful and important part because this is so huge you know uh, subject, we have to learn big amount so we can proceed, which is very important. Okay, uh, so today I will divide the two video clips per 25 minutes. Okay, and we will start with what the subject is composed of. So our scanning together with you to what is this subject containing. Okay, uh, I will give you a brief explanations for your understanding, the whole understandings of which subject and which uh, subject we have to handle together. Okay. Okay, let's go to the chapter 2 from chapter 2. Okay. And chapter one is the role of trading house on overseas market, the role of the important, in the intermediary. Uh, uh, the meaning of the house trading house is a sort of the agent, okay, agent handling between export and import, the connecting two parties, for the trading and facilitating the finding the parties who want to share and who want to buy. So the role of the trading house is very important in Western area. The similar one in the Asian area, for sure. Absolutely, we have also the same kind of, the parties which have the same role, like the trading house in the Western area. Uh, Chapter 1, we will deal with the role of the trading house on the overseas market. This is a general but in brief. And once we go to the chapter 2, the sourcing. Chapter sourcing composed of the product, the buyer, and the supplier. Okay, this is a big, the upper subject, and uh, lower subject is the different types of supplier and intermediates in overseas trade. Okay, merchant traders, export and import, merchant trader. We call this one merchant trade as export and import, and we will learn the type of enterprises and the ranges of product, geographic coverage, revenues, and also we will deal the agent, the product range and geographic coverage, agents practices and revenue too. And we also learn about the brokers. Okay, the range of product and geographic coverage, the brokerage method, the revenue, like that. And as we learn each of these parties, a merchant trader, agent, brokers, we can easily understand you know, what type of parties we have to contact in case of importing or exporting. Okay, or you can also be an itself of you yourself can be one of these types business, like as I told you, these three kinds of intermediate traders. Okay, this intermediate is connecting trading between export and import. As I told you before, uh, I'll speak very slowly and clearly for your better understanding. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the speed and the content. Okay, once I find you are not clearly understanding of this content and this class, so I will speed down and give you more clear explanations for your better understanding. So don't be worried about that. Also, in this chapter, the sourcing, chapter 2, we will learn the sourcing potential suppliers. Okay, sourcing potential suppliers is composed of source of information and internet. Okay, this is the source of traders. The source of credit traders is composed of several parties, as I scanned before. Okay, and we have to also additionally detect the other parties like the manufacturer and producers, distributors, and wholesalers. Okay, and regarding this range of this additional, parties also involved in and engaged in traders between overseas. Okay, and also as per the wholesalers, we will learn the descriptions, range of product, the territory, wholesalers practices, and revenue. Revenue is the total amount of the selling product. Okay, we call that revenue. And also we can go to chapter 3. Uh, Chapter 3 is dealing with uh, uh, market definitions. Market definitions is composed of main two parties. Okay, one part techniques for the selecting market. Page 1, the general criteria for country analysis. This subordinate, okay, subsidiary, the subject is so many. Market which pretend the real potentials. Market providing existing access for the trading houses. The trading houses is networks of contract in the country. Uh, in this text, the country is concentrate on the Canadian area. So as an example of Canadian areas, we will proceed this, text, okay? So the Canadians imagine in the country, because the us of this book is Canadian, so he's focused on the Canadian economy and Canadian trading. So the Canadian and Canada will be the post of this text. Geographic proximity. Proximity is the representative. Proximity is the representative. Proximity is as the meaning of the geographical the distance. Okay, and the competitive market open to imported product. Uh, this is just a subject and titles of each part or chapter. But once we go come with this one into in detail, we will see all detailed, content regarding this title. So you don't have to worry about now. Once you're scanning the subject, you don't have to scary about that. Okay, this is very easy class, and I will give you very steady and slow explanations, detecting whether you understand this one or not. Okay, uh, the decentralization, the decentralized banking system. Okay, strong currency and guarantee of payment, like this. Okay, this is too long. So our focus on important titles, we are very interested in the future. See that. Okay. Anyway, the content, the chapter 3 is dealing market definition. Okay, market definition is composed of a range of subsidiary content and titles. Okay, but among these titles, we will deal with you know uh, important and the titles which should be emphasized, which is necessary in your real practice in the field. Okay, because of we have the time limited, I will select the title among these. As I told you, the title which is considered important, for your future and for your practice in real field. Okay. Okay. Then let's go to the chapter 4. Chapter 4 is market research and the product adaptation. This is very important. Why do you think? Uh, can you imagine why I said this is very important? Why I said this chapter 4 dealing in market research and product adaptations. Okay, you need custom most of all. If you without custom, you don't proceed any business. Okay, you don't proceed any business because the customer is most important. If even you have lots of product, you have a big victory and well-trained personnel, and even you have abundant capital, you have everything except customer, your business is nothing. Understand? Your business is nothing. The customer is most important because as you have the customer, you can consume what? You can consume the product you have produced with your loyalty, with your endeavor, with your capital, with your employer's effort. You know, the key point and key things of your business is how you obtain your customer. That is very critical stuff. You have to consider first. Okay? Before planning your business, before modeling your business, you need to lay out. You need to make your strategy, how you will find your customer. That is very important. Okay? As per this, we have to study on chapter 4 the market research and product adaptations. Market research is very scientific method, okay, using statistic method sometimes, okay. So we will see the insight of data. What is meaning the insight of data? We have to collecting data. Okay, in many ways, whether it is the primary data by interviewing, consulting your customer, maybe your potential customer, right? Or whether you will detect or obtaining the data as a secondary by some other parties. Okay, you should have data, and then you will analysis that data for your business aim. It's depending on each business. Okay, among data you will find according to your aim, your business strategy, and then the data processing persons will define the data to meet your requirement for your business plan. Then we call this one the insight of data. Okay, the insight of data is the data which distilled, which extracted from abundant data. Sometimes we call this data is meaningless. Okay, but once you get your insight, data become meaningful because the data composed of insight is actually real living data for your business. So you have to plan how the data, which is very proper, which is very proper for your business. So this is a basic strategy step for market research. The market research, as I told you, is to finding the insight of the market you are trying to enter into. Okay, so the market research and the product adaptation is very, very important once you plan for your business, especially for international trading. Okay, in this chapter 4, so according to my explanations, as I am doing now, the preparation for the documentations, okay, the information about the supplier, okay, technical data sheet. Okay, this is technical data sheet. Here, I'll underline this one. The technical data sheet. Okay, the technical data sheet is the technical things which describe of your product. Okay, whether it's your machinery or whether it's your utensil, whatever product. It's the detailed descriptions of the characteristics, okay, and descriptions of your data. This is a technical sheet, okay, technical sheet. Electric source, the capacity, like that, okay, the purpose, okay, like that, okay. This is composed of technical data set, okay, and requesting samples and then making the post over. You need to offer that one to detect, okay. Once you offer, you have to consider the pricings, the sales of term, the time of payment, the payment method, delivery date. These items is composed of the critical contract once you decide to have business relations with your partners. Okay, so the price later on we will run the meaning of these terms, but if I give you in brief explanation here in BPO, the price, the which price, okay, you will have the offer and counter offer and final offer and palm offer like that as a proceeding. You will decide between your parties, okay. Sometimes you can arguing, but sometimes you're friendly persuading them. Whatever method, you will decide and you will settle down the price, okay. And once you settle down the price, you will have when you will pay for that one, okay? And time of payment, right? Immediately or when, okay? And then the method, by what? By cash, by TT, okay? Or by letter of credit, uh, by DO or DP, the many method, many method in international trade. How you pay for the product, how you will receive the payment right there. And delivery date, the delivery date is the date once you release your product, you discharge your product to your customer, okay? Or on the contrary, your customer need or request the delivery date according to their circumstance of product, of manufacturing, or to or reselling that one to their customer. It's depending on the each side's circumstance right there. Okay. Anyway, you have to decide and compromising and settle down these terms. This is very important key terms once you are composed of your contract anyway. And then seeking information about the potential client. This is also we have lots of methods how you can find your client. Okay, your client is scattered all over the world, but you have to gather. You have to gather them to your scope and to your site. Okay, and this to your database. Okay, because you have to send the letters for them to have a relationship with them. Anyway, this is also seeking information about the potential client by in market and job site or in the internet or the commercial, chamber of commerce or ambassade, uh, you know, um, lots of associations up there, yeah, to detect or to gather the information of your client. Uh, Actually, at this point, all of client is potential, not real client, but you should make them your real client. Okay. Uh, and also, once you get your, this is a process. I'm talking about the process of how you can find your client in the middle of the final phase of finding your client. We have the preparations by this procedure. Okay, seeking information the potential client, and once you the ranges, the meetings with your potential clients, you have the you need to preparing for trip abroad to meet them, to have the meetings on their site. Okay, so once you plan your trip abroad, you need to arrange the object of visit to a foreign market, okay? Where we will go. Once you go to some country, you in advance you need the preparation for the information of market, the market which related to your business, and also the potential, the client of there, which is a key man on the key palm, or you will ask some other trading house up there to connecting between you and your client. Anyway, this process, according to this procedure, we will learn how you will find your potential client and make them your real client. Okay. uh, okay, see that making new business contract, also making new business contracts should be prepared in before. Okay. And then you should sometimes you need to amend that, but it should be at least. Okay, most of the main parts should be prepared before you start your trip abroad. So, and the validation date from the market study, knowing the distribution channel. The distribution channel meaning that once you scattered, once you spread your product in a certain area, you should find the distributed line. How this in this area, the distributed line will be composed of. Okay, because each of country has their specific distribution channels. Okay, Japan difference, Korean difference, US difference. Okay, UK difference. Each of country have its own specific channel distributions. So we have to detect. Okay, we have to detect prior to departing to their area. Okay, and then analyzing competitions. The analyzing competitions meaning that you have to analyze and you have to analyze your competitor up there, how many competitor up there, how scared of them, how ability, okay, how competence up there, what is their core competence of your competitor, and according to analyzing result, you need to plan your strategy. Okay, so uh, next we have to consider the checking product in the interest. This is also related to the international marketing, right? I believe you are very familiar with these terms, okay, in international marketing. But some students are not good and not familiar with international market, but don't be worried about that, okay? Including the marketing background, I will explain all of details regarding in detail once we come into the once we rush into this title, okay? And but I will focus on the title, which is necessary, okay? Uh, Not focus on unnecessary things because we have too many subject and titles here. Gathering informations on a country, okay? This is a whole process, okay, of the marketing terms, and but in chapter 4, market research and product adaptations, we will learn this one. Okay, we'll have very short break and we will have continue in next video clip.